Ramped up and soaring. That's what I wrote down. No better way to describe it. Uh, yeah, yeah, but it's got to be more of descriptions for this band. I guess I have to listen to more songs, and then I'll give more descriptions. Greatness here and there and there and there. You can tell I'm a little excited. This is, if anyone ever thought, is he really faking it? I mean, come on. I I don't know what to say. Uh, you see what you get. I'm excited. I love it. I love this. This is great. Okay, this is why I'm doing the channel. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and I have a song that I'm really excited about because I was excited to react to listen to the Libertines song 2 months ago, Can't Stand Me Now. Yeah, check out that reaction. 2 months ago, back in early October, when I restarted the channel after Chris and I, we're still really, really good friends. I just spoke with him yesterday. Chris says, hey, everyone. But I'm now solo on the channel. Anyway, and so I started off with a bang with Can't Stand Me Now from the Libertines. And I got really good reaction from that, from people out there. So it seems like this is a band that still has a really good following. I think they're actually still together, right? There was a breakup, and then they got back together in 2010. They might have gone through a couple of other sort of, start stops, and then now they're back together. So, so this is the Libertines, Don't Look Back Into the Sun. Okay. It looks like it seems to have a lot of views, and it looks, I don't know, feels like it's something that's going to be good. I hope. Let's see. I'll just shut up now, right? Stop talking. Get into the song. Okay. All right, here I go. The Libertines, Don't Look Back Into the Sun. Okay, too much going on. I wanted to pull it back as soon as they were doing that little kind of like that plucking of like the electric guitar, but like so muted, and then there was a little sort of a, I guess it was like the nylon string acoustic guitar, and then that just electric with oh my god, all that stuff. Yeah, this is great. This is fire start. Let's see how the rest of the song plays out. The bar is raised high. Here we go.
They said it would never come for you. Oh, my friend, you haven't changed. You're the king, rough and living strange, and I know you got a taste for it too. They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Oh, no. She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go.
Drums.
To the sun, you cast your pearls, but you're on the run. And all the lies you said, who did you say? But then they played that song at the dead disco. It started fast, but it ends so slow. And all the time just reminded me of you. They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Let me go. She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no.
I gotta bring that back. This band, I mean, I'm just 2 songs in. They play with reckless abandonment, but that's good. That's good. So caution to the wind, man. Just go with the energy. Let that guide you. Just let it go. This band did this. I mean, I'm 2 songs in, and this song is just wow. You know, absolute energy, absolute abandonment, and it just sounds amazing. And then, right? All that reckless abandonment, all that crap, right? But then these beautiful vocals that are strategically placed, like at that time, like after this guitar solo that I'm gonna just let go again. Then you have these background vocals that go, ooh, it's so good. This is so good. I am really falling for this band. Here we go. Uh,
She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no! Don't look back into the sun. You cast your pearls, but you're on the run. And all the lies you said, who did you save? But then they played that song at the dead disco. It started fast, but it ends so slow. And all the time just reminded me of you. They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Let me go! She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no! They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Let me go! She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no!
Did I stop it in time? Ow! Oh, live version. Hmm. It looks like from the crowd. It maybe wanted to like take it from the crowd, which the song, the vocals, I mean, the sound may not be good. Spit it out. I'm gonna go with this version. Uh, ooh, okay, that was so good. Yeah, I was contemplating bringing it back at the very end because that guitar solo, um, like I was just raving about, they repeated that, right? It took it out, but it was soaring. It was like just, okay. You can tell I'm excited. Let me actually gather my thoughts together, right? Uh, Zen moment. And I will talk with everyone on the other side. Yeah, I'm hooked. Hooked, absolutely hooked. That's it. I'm a Libertines fan. It it's just that simple. It's that simple. There are some bands, artists, it takes a while. It's like a drip, 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 drip. Like, all right, you get kind of like hypnotized at some point. You're like, oh, I guess I'm a fan of this band, this music. Wow. And then there's just like smack me over the head with a shovel, kind of, band sound, whatever. And that's what this is. It's that Can't Stand Me Now was a really good song. I really like that. Um, this, this, this to me, I would, without knowing a lot about the band, right? I mean, their work, their stuff. I would say that this is probably their top song, one of the top songs, like up there. It has to be. It's that good. It's just, it was uncontrolled, beautifully uncontrolled, just fly by the seat of your pants sounding kind of music. I don't know. I mean, fly by the seat of your pants means that they just kind of threw some crap against the wall, right? And just, and they got lucky. No, no. But, I was saying during the actual reaction, they, the genius of a lot of bands, right? Um, there was just that they just let it go. They trusted. There was the muse, whatever was kind of leading them on. I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'm, it, this music is so, um, I again just reckless abandonment, but there's a beauty to it. It was just so good. Um, the beginning of that song, it just that's the thing too, because it's reckless abandonment, right? But then it's like, there's a lot of thought that went into that production, right? Into crafting and to sort of, bring that all together. Because that beginning, you had like a tom drum, and then you had and then that muted electric, that was so good. I mean, I've heard muted plucking the strings before, the electric guitars, like, in songs. I mean, it's all over the place, right? But I don't know, this stood out. There was something really cool about this one. And then you had, like, I think a nylon guitar, acoustic guitar that's being plucked, right? I wanted more of that one. I wanted more of that instrument. I'm not complaining. It sounds like I am, but I wanted more of that. Anyway, and then it sounded like keyboards coming in, but then that sort of transformed into another guitar. So I'm sure it was just a guitar, but it's had its kind of weird sound coming in. So all that stuff is coming in, right? And then you had, the one of the guitars just taking the string and just, right, just scratching against the hole from, right down the whole neck. I mean, that was a beautiful finale to all that coming together in that beginning. And then just the song. It was so good. His voice, the singer's voice, right? So I think that's still the same lead singer. Do they trade? Are the two? I know there's two main guys, right? Do they trade vocal parts like certain songs, or is it always that one guy? I forget who it was. I know there's a guy named Pete. There's another guy named Carl. I have information pulled up wiki, so we'll get into that in a few minutes. But yeah, but his voice is so unique, so good. I can't articulate right now, like how his voice is, like, give him some sort of, metaphor, if you watch the 450 to 500 videos I've done over the last year or so, I'm really big on metaphors. It's a great way to describe, feelings and stuff like that. I don't have a good one right now for his voice, but really good, really effective. Talk about effective. That guitar solo. I mean, it wasn't a Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, go wild kind of, no shredding or something like that. But I don't need that. I don't want shredding. I'm not a big shredder guitar, I mean, sometimes. But that guitar solo was just, it was just kind of like, I don't, it was a sound. It was like it was a distorted, filthy sound to that. It was so good. And then these backing vocals. I wanted more of that too. I think that maybe that came back at the end. I gotta listen to this again. Oh, absolutely, I'm gonna listen to it again. But there's some backing vocals that came in right at the end of that first solo, right? The vocals came back in, and then that solo kind of repeated at the end, took the song out. And what I loved about that, it was just ramped up. They did like a few kind of turnarounds with that, and just every time, it just ramped up more and more. And he's just kind of like slamming the guitars. I think it might have been two guitars too, just going crazy together. Yeah, ramped up and soaring. That's what I wrote down. No better way to describe it. Yeah, but it's got to be more descriptions for this band. I guess I have to listen to more songs, and then I'll give more descriptions. Greatness here and there and there and there. You can tell I'm a little excited. This is, if anyone ever thought, is he really faking it? I mean, come on, I don't know what to say. You see what you get. I'm excited. I love it. I love this. This is great. Okay, this is why I'm doing the channel. I mean it. So let me pull up. I got all the stuff here. I just pulled stuff up, and I don't know what I'm going to read. So I'm going back into Wiki. about the band. So if you check out my reaction, right? Can't Stand Me Now. I had still have to, I'm bad with song titles, in case anyone doesn't really know. I also go into that over the 400 plus videos we've done. I'm really bad with song titles. So Can't Stand Me Now. Check that reaction out 2 months ago. Um, and where I do talk about the band a little bit, but I'll go back into it again. So let's see, the Libertines Wikipedia. And so it's telling me that, right, English rock band, I knew that, formed in London, 1997. Okay, so frontman Carl Barat, is that how you pronounce his last name? My apologies if I'm messing that up. Pete Doherty. Okay, so both of them vocals, guitar. Okay, and the band centered on the songwriting partnership of those two guys, and has also included John Hassel, bass, and Gary Powell, drums. Drums are good too. Oh, and the bass. Yeah, they all were kicking it. All were kicking it. The band was part of the garage rock revival and spearheaded the movement in the UK. They gained success and notoriety in the early 2000s due to Doherty's use of illegal drugs, right? Okay, and conflicts between Barat and Doherty, right? They really came to a head. I believe that's what sort of made them break up in 2004. And so, yeah, I think they actually got back together. They did some concerts in between, because it's Wiki show in 2014 is when they came back. But I've seen like some videos like dated 2010 where they got back together live. So maybe that was the start of it, but there was nothing official. And then they got back together 2014 officially. So folks, let me know. Libertine fans, folks who know about this, fill me in about that. So yeah, so big drug problem. Okay. And okay. So in 2010, so this is Wiki, the four members of the Libertines reunited to play a series of shows, including the slots at the 2010 Reading and Leeds festivals. Okay, so that's, yep, I was right about that. And then in 2014, the Libertines announced that they would again reform for a show at London's Hyde Park. And in November 2014, the band signed a record deal with Virgin EMI Records and released their third album, Anthems for Doomed Youth, in 2015. And again, a wiki is showing that they're still around. And that's cool, man. I gotta look out for them. Do they tour the United States? I hope so. I know I'm it's like love at first sight, like, will you marry me? Let's go to Las Vegas and get married after just, meeting a girl, for the first date. Maybe the second one. Yeah, I'm already like, buying tickets to go see them. Yeah, like I said, there's the long courtship, there's the drip, 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 and then there's just a, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. All right, I'll stop. But why? So let's see. I will now go into, what am I going to go? Actually, I pulled up an article from New Musical Express about this song, and let's see. A guy named Andrew Trendell for the magazine, online magazine, right? I don't know. Do they do print now? Or is it just online? But it goes, the Libertines, Carl Barat, has opened up about the meaning and origins of their classic single, Don't Look Back Into the Sun. And the 2003 song was a single only release in between their debut album, Up the Bracket, and sophomore self-titled record. Right, this was a single. So my understanding is that this was not recorded for any album, just a single. Many believe it to be about the often tumultuous relationship between Barat and Pete Doherty. I hope I'm saying Barat right. If it's Barat, let me know in the comments. So, because I'm going to do more Libertine songs, and I'll make sure I get it right next time. Don't Look Back Into the Sun began when we were sitting in Paris. I'll say Carl, okay? Because if I'm saying Barat, it's not at. So I'll say Carl. So Carl said, "Don't Look Back Into the Sun" began when we were sitting in Paris. We were borrowing a flat from a record label girl, and it was overlooking. I'm not going to try to pronounce the city or whatever. Pete was trying to cook some potatoes, and he wasn't doing a good job. They wouldn't boil quick enough. For some reason, we couldn't eat them, so we lobbed them out into the schoolyard. There were no kids there. That's a good thing. And he continued, a certain Oasis song and a certain Velvet Underground song, the titles of which were put together and made the title of that song, it's also the same chord progression. We went about infusing it with our own rhyming idea. Then when you start writing about something because it's there, you start unintentionally outpouring whatever's in your heart and mind at the time. That's cool. It's funny how that happens. It seemed quite poppy and throwaway at the time, as these things often do. And that was Carl again. It's a whole long quote from him. And then when asked about the lyrical inspiration of the track, Carl said, they're quite personal, but they're quite universal in their abstractness. They were kind of specific at the time, but I don't want to say any more than that. And then he goes on, they're about the authors. But it's strange how when you write something stream of consciousness, you're just making rhymes and suddenly you're looking at a mirror. I think maybe that happened a bit in that song as well. And so if I go, yeah, and I think that's kind of it. And if I get into the lyrics, now I'm really intrigued because I was, just he kept that main line, don't look back into the sun, something about the lies. So yeah, the lyrics. I'm in genius.com, the lyric website. Yeah, don't look back into the sun. Now you know that the time has come, and they said it would never come for you. Oh, my friend, you haven't changed. You're looking rough and living strange. And I know you got a taste for it too. They'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. Oh no, she'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no. So I wonder if this kind of singing about they'll never forgive you, she'll never forgive you, the you might really be him, right? Himself. He might be looking in the mirror. And then they and she could be people in his life, could be critics, could be the fans, could be girlfriends, if you're living the rock star life, you have a girl tonight and a different one tomorrow. And, you're breaking up with them, you're moving on, you're having problems there. I don't know. But like no matter what he does, he's damned if he does, damned if he does or doesn't. No matter what I do, it's that kind of saying, that thing. I just wonder if that's what's going on here. And he's kind of like, he's really, um, he's really conflicted. He knows that, he's almost stuck in a rut and has to get out of it. I wonder if I'm close or not. What do you think? Libertine fans, let me know. Don't look back into the sun. You cast your pearls, but you're on the run. And all the lies you said, who did you save? You had the lies. What lies? And then they played that song at the Death Disco. It started fast, but ends so slow. And then all the time just reminded me of you. So again, I think he's really talking about himself. He's looking himself in the mirror. And they'll never forgive you, but they won't let you go. She'll never forgive you, but she won't let you go. Oh no. So again, maybe these are just folks again who just sort of latched on to him, the band, and he does things that hurts them, but then, they don't like it, but then, they won't go away because they know a good thing when they say it, they know it, I don't know. Again, I don't know. How close am I? How far away? Libertine fans, clue me in. Also, clue me in on that next Libertine song. I have a few keyed up already, and so I'll look at your suggestions, and then I'll kind of look back at my sort of my cue and say, oh yeah, that's good. We're matching up. Or maybe you're going to give me something that I haven't even looked at, thought about yet. So that'd be pretty cool too. And in the meantime, would be cool if I see every one of you click on view my next reaction video, no matter what the band is. That'd be pretty cool too. See you guys on the next episode of Into the Music.